Yeah, so make yourself comfortable. Really make yourself comfortable. And let's take like 8 deep, slow, very aware breaths in which we let go of remnants of the day. Just witnessing that we are being breathed, just staying present to it without going into the past or the future. And whenever you catch yourself, you drifted out of habit, the algorithm of the mind. You can just notice that and let go engaging with that thinking wave, just being, perceiving, fully arriving in the now. The mind here, although we don't need to think about anything. The body here, the world, the sounds, and simply attending to what's happening. And if the mind is more quiet by now, you can relax the attention and include the totality of your body, contact with the chair and the floor, contact of your hands touching or the weight on the lap. Any and all stirrings, energies, tensions, contractions, feelings, numbness. And sounds. Welcoming all of this information equally without sticking, without trying to manipulate them, without going into the mind in the past or future. Simply attitude towards this content is of the best you can in this moment of benevolent indifference. I'll try to change it, make it go away, not try to attain any special state. Relax also any sense of meditating, striving, attaining, controlling the mind. You can relax that and be like a cat. Nothing to do, nothing to attain. Allowing the waves of the body to be as they are. And check your tendency to focus attention either some part of the body or into the head, in some part of the forehead, or in daydreaming. And try to have a global, equal channeled witnessing of the present. Noticing the sense of that we just are here, not doing anything special. And allowing ourselves to just be here together, unproductive. Let yourself be unproductive consciously. It's fine to play with opening your eyes, closing your eyes. Going back within, notice the sense of aware background space, seeming emptiness, like the screen in which these sensations are free floating. My voice appearing in this space, the thoughts. Take a moment to be less interested in what arises and see through the sensation. Seeing the global context. And this mysterious, empty, awake space, it continually bubbles of thought and sensations and sounds. And yet something is still aware, untouched, simply witnessing. Not witnessing as an effort, as a practice, but there is this perceiving is happening. We all have no choice in the matter. Allow yourself to rest in that, as that. Witnessing doesn't need effort to be aware. Whatever sensations we have, or tensions, feelings, notice that they are noticed. They appear to you. They are not you. You are aware of them. They are not aware of you. You is this which is aware, is the essential element, the primordial. Allow yourself to open this sense of global attention and remember that your body is wherever you are in California or on an island or in Europe. And see if you can see from the above, see the house where you are in, like on Google Maps. And zooming out, seeing kind of the city you are in from above, high altitude plane with the lights. Zooming out more, seeing kind of the earth going around and around itself. See the moon somewhere and aware of this infinity of stars. Can visualize, sense, or just simply remember that is the truth of our experience right now. Just sensing, being aware of the existence of all of these planetary bodies and forces, including our own body and its internal organs and the brain firing, the magma of the earth churning, the magnetic poles. We are definitely not alone. At the same time, the firing of our thoughts and the firing of our suffering connected with whatever reasons, it's all somehow generated by this one force, one mystery, creating our body, creating cells and planets and stars and rivers. And our deficiency stories, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I am not enough, not good for something, for someone. Let this be here, float like a shooting star in this immensity of space. And sense how much are we in control of our life? What are we in control of? Who is the one that is controlling it? Can you find it now, the controller? The thinker, the hearer. Is it somewhere in the head? Is it the sensation, the thinker? Just notice that things are happening, like the weather is happening. Things are arising, happening, the thoughts are happening. Something is just here, aware of the happening. And bring in this landscape, your family, and people that passed on, they finished here, grandparents and great-grandparents, and their great-grandparents, that occurred this chain of life for us to be here in this circle of being meditation. And see your own body, how we changed. You were a kid and now we are not kids anymore. It's all happening. And realize and remember that we are going to die. This body-mind is going to be dead with its life and conflicts and aspirations. Allow whatever reactions or emotions, energies are evoked by this. But remember that this here is limited in time. This body and this experiencing here is limited in time. It is beyond my pay grade to know and tell you what's going to happen after. It's not urgent. But we know for sure that this is going to die. So really welcome also any emotions, reactions, sensations, numbness, witness and allow. One of my teachers would say that if you notice any sense of fear or any sense of discomfort right now, that is awesome. That is evidence of consciousness believing that it is the body and it is perishable. So we can just witness this real time. Maybe a sense of fear or subconscious fear. In many traditions, they would use this remembrance of death as a spiritual tool in order to live fully and to be focused on what really matters if we remember that we're going to die soon. It's a spiritual sword to remind us what really matters for you. Because there's less time ahead of us. You can have 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or 1 year or less. Allow yourself now to think of, and it is in the nature of things, like our ancestors and millions of generations, that's how it works here. Like the cells in the body dying and being born. It is in the order of God. It's not a mistake. So allow yourself to ask yourself to think about what is it that you would like to do or accomplish here in the remaining of your time while having this body. What is it, one thing that you would like to accomplish so that you feel more complete. That if you were to be on your deathbed, if we are lucky, you say, yes, I'm content. Maybe there are several things that you would like ideally to experience, accomplish, develop, cultivate, understand. So allow yourself to let them come to you, what that is. One thing. And feel it. It's important to you. There's juice in it. Feel the juice in your heart or the fear. Lean into it. See yourself that it's, yes, how would it be if I really be embodying this? And see there is something else. There might be something else. Some people have 2 or 3 things. Experience, accomplishment, in whatever way, whatever it is, it's your life. I'm going to tell you something that somebody said to me before this journey from American Indian tradition. And he said this a few times in a ritual. I'm going to say this to you, to us. So we are all going to die. So what do you want? What do you want to do? Because you are going to die and it is your life. So what do you want to do with it? You can choose, you can decide. Even if you don't know how you can do it, how you can make it happen, you can decide from the spiritual will. Beyond this ego and deficiency stories, we are much more than that. So in this contemplation, I am not going to do any processing or any exploring sabotaging programs, although that will be the next step to see what stands in the way, our deficiency story, our lack of trust, our low self-esteem, our limiting programs from our parents and society. We can do that later. We can all do that later. I have videos for that. But just now, I wanted that we just see and choose, decide, realize what's in there for us. And now, one step further, think of one thing or two things that you could do, like a stretch, a goal, a spiritual goal. The fourth way, they call it the small aim. And the small aim, Gurdjieff was saying to write down and put in your pocket, and this small aim is your God. So what would be something you could do to move in that direction of what you really want? Something practical, attainable, realistic, time-bound. some movement of energy, of will, discipline. What is one thing that you knew that you want to do this and you are procrastinating, delaying? You already know it. If you don't, just see now, decide. Yeah. And commit to yourself from the spiritual will. You'll do this. I mean, we can talk after, but make it simple, small, one step. You wouldn't be wanting this stuff or that, whatever, unless it is the future pulling you. So trust yourself, trust your inner wisdom, trust consciousness, trust in Allah, but tie your camel. So we got to do some stuff too. So if people watch this later, I invite you to maybe write down what came up for you as what you really want, and whatever methods you have or practices to move in that direction consciously with goals and aims and discipline, and also subconsciously to look into any sabotaging programs holding you back. I can put here in this video some guided contemplations that will actually help process any subconscious blockages to what your soul really wants to be doing here. I can put here below. You can look, and you can use the vision that you had now to see what your subconscious is telling you that's not possible and why. But this was good for now. Thank you.